And it's Durant, and it's Ibaka in at the center. And Holiday kicks to Durant. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Durant. Over Anthony. No good from Durant. And speaking of their season series last year, Steve, you might have had a problem telling which was the playoff team and which one wasn't.
Yeah, maybe it speaks a little bit to the strength of their respective conferences last season that they did split those games, Kevin.
Now here's Love, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to catch up with Vinny Del Negro. There is one main concern for them, he said, and it's their opponent's abilities to change and alter and block shots. To counter this, they hope to spread the floor early by knocking down some perimeter shots and see if that frees up the middle. Kevin, can they make shots? That's the question.
Thanks for getting back to us on that report, Doris. Guys?
You know, it's really important not to be afraid of the defense over there. I mean, you can't be playing in a fearful fashion. You just got to pick your spots and execute.
Yeah, and be aggressive. You know, you're right, Clark. You can't be intimidated by the speed and strength of this defense. You got to have confidence and take your shots when they're there and attack the lanes when you got an opportunity.
Bogut gets whistled for a loose ball foul. That is his first foul of the game. Drew Gooden is checked in for New York. Wallow comes in for Delonte West. The Clippers also changing it up. A Sheik comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Leonard in for Carmelo Anthony.
Let's go,
and so here is New York. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
I thought their game plan offensively was terrific. They executed. It seemed like everything was going for them.
Yeah, and they ran a lot of good plays for a number of different players.
Tell you what, there's not much he can't do out there, guys.
New York on D. 4-point game. Williams kicks to Leonard. Now Fields. Guarded now by Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams guarded by Holiday. Right at the free throw line. Williams' shot is good. Here's Holiday. The tray. And the shot is good. And so here's Bradley.
You know, guys, I like what the Clippers have done. They have added some really good young talent to build on, and they're looking to improve upon their 9-32 road record of last season.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Knicks, Aflalo is out there with Holiday. Then there's Williams. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Mullins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Holiday. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Holiday, the pass to Williams. Fires the three. And the Knicks hit again from deep. And a young team like the Clippers, Steve, what do you think are some of the keys to winning on the road?
Well, it starts with defense and rebounding because when you go on the road, you can't count on making long shots and getting transition and finding easy points. The game's going to be tougher, so you have to defend and rebound to give yourself a chance.
And the Clippers have possession after New York gets the three. On the clock, here's Leonard. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling a shot clock violation. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Well, you take a look at Bogut. Fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
Boy, what shot blocking instincts he showed last year. Just seemed to get to every shot. Great anticipation, great awareness.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. .58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Robinson. Back to Durant. Williams against Robinson. Clock at 6. Love outside. With 1 on the clock. And that's collected by Bogut. Clippers trailed by 8. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
the line for the Clippers, Luis Williams. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Here's Robinson.
Let's go, Nick!
27 seconds left in the first half. From the arc. And the ball goes out of play, unable to keep it in.
Clippers ball.
And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. Second, the Knicks.
I think free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everybody last season just had the hot hand.
11 seconds left now here in the second. Anthony, defended by Durant. Anthony's shot is off.
Well, that's not really what typically happens for someone with his touch around the rim. That's a surprise.
I wait for another. This is the rhyme that I.
Here is Williams.
Well, you know, it was interesting. The Knicks did not come up with more wins than losses against the West last year, but they were almost 500, 14 and 16 against the Western Conference.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Paul Millsap out there with Bogut. Then there's Landry Fields. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position.
Guys, you're not going to get away with that kind of defense when he's got the ball. I mean, you got to do better than that.
More on the Knicks and the West. For the East, that was one of their better records against the Western Conference.
Oh, it makes sense. The Knicks have the style and mentality to play a more Western type game. In other words, getting up and down the floor, scoring big points, and really running as hard as you can on every possession.
Clock is at 3. Here's Holiday. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one's on Anthony.
You know, a high school legend in L.A., Drew Holiday, won 3 state titles at Campbell Hall High School in North Hollywood from 2005 to 2008.
Clark, good notes on Drew Holiday in Los Angeles, averaging 25 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and almost 5 steals a game his senior season. Steve, those are some pretty wonderful numbers to bring to UCLA.
Yeah, the high school player of the year that season, and he ended up struggling a little bit his freshman season at UCLA, playing off the ball alongside Darren Collison. But you know, he really developed his first couple of seasons in Philadelphia back to his natural point guard position and a rising star in this league.
Now here is Fields, still looking to get on the scoreboard. Bogut with it. Bogut with a screen on Durant. Off the pick. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got his first basket of the night.
How about Bogut doing a good job setting that screen?
The Knicks with the lead. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. For 3, Durant. That's good. Durant's got 5 now.
Now defensively, you have to question the effort, but nice play there.
Here is Williams. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, he was just a little bit off with his mechanics there for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Pulls up from the corner, and that one's good. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter. 6 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Anthony for hits it.
Kevin, that's a timely 3-pointer. You've got to keep it within reach going into the fourth. They can still come back.
Here's Robinson. Pocket is out there with Gooden. Then it's Nate Robinson. Then there's Delonte West. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now is Sheik following Durant's 3-point attempt. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Here's Robinson.
Let's go, Knicks!
The pass to Durant. Leonard picks him up. Outside Durant. Back to Robinson. Outside Durant. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. Now the Clippers take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, their shooting percentage as a team was just awful. They started out slowly. It seemed like it just spread through the whole team. Nobody could make a shot.
And people lost confidence, too. I mean, that's what jumped out at me, Steve. The ball became kind of a hot potato. Nobody wanted to take the next shot.
Williams. No good with the triple.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Now, here is Robinson. The three. And that's good. Kevin Durant
with his team. He was very clear, saying, I don't want anybody sitting back and waiting for the game to come to you. Go out there and be as aggressive as you can possibly be. Let's see how it plays, guys.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Love.
At the line for the Clippers, Carmelo Anthony. 2 shots.
Sinks the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Both free throws good from Anthony. 24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul, team's first.
Here's Holiday. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Los Angeles foul called. Luis Williams. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for New York. Drew Holiday. Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first. That increases their lead to 6. Gets them both, and it's a 7-point ball game.
Nice job to make them all. That's a big play to extend their lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 7. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, they're not going to win this game, but at least you want to finish it out strong.
Well, there's no quitting them, that's for sure, Steve. You certainly can give them credit for that.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams against Holiday. Holiday against Williams. He dishes it to Fields. 3-pointer. No good.